In this message, you will learn to accept His will even when it's difficult. My beloved, I know that as a human being, sometimes it's challenging to accept the will of the Eternal Father. The path becomes tough when chaos surrounds you, when some of the things you cherish most in life slip away. Accepting divine will isn't easy when you lose a job, when you battle illness, or when your cherished dreams fail to materialize. I understand that right now, accepting His will is difficult because your human mind struggles to comprehend it. But I want you to know that despite all these hardships, there will come a moment when your consciousness is so elevated that you can look back and love yourself for every single stone you stumbled over on your journey. You will be grateful for your experiences and finally accept that divine will is the only path. Because behind all those battles, your strength was stored, waiting to be awakened. Your power awaited you, ready to be unleashed with all its might. I want you to understand that even though there may be limits in your mind right now to understand God's will, deep down you know that God sees everything, that He knows what you do not. God sees in you all the potential that you cannot see in yourself. He never doubted you, despite all the setbacks that have come into your life. Know that you always had His love. Even if at times it has been difficult for you to feel that love, it has always been there. Deep in your soul, you know this. Your soul understands, looking back, that things could have been worse, but they weren't. Because you are here and now, stronger than ever. This message reaches you because perhaps right now you are going through a moment of imbalance or uncertainty. You may feel restless inside and begin to question very deep things, like the meaning of life, who you really are, and also all your beliefs and learnings up to now. Today, I want to remind you of the words found in the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, which say, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born, and a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to harvest, a time to heal, and a time to be healed, a time to break down, and a time to build up, a time to weep, and a time to laugh, a time to mourn, and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to sow, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. When you feel unable to accept what you are going through, you are experiencing a crisis of faith. You are in a moment where your mind refuses to accept divine will. This denial can manifest in many ways. However, you must remember that this is not something negative. In fact, what you are experiencing right now is positive because it is pushing you to seek the truth. All of this has been part of your awakening journey. And believe me when I say, you will not be the same again. Although it may seem contradictory, in this moment when you believe you cannot accept His will, your soul is seeking a way out. It is searching for a solution. Your consciousness is rising because it is starting to seek truth on its own. This is a significant step toward liberation, as your being finally understands that spiritual matters are not something to blindly believe in, but to feel within yourself as truth, as certainty. Life hasn't always been easy for you. You've experienced highs and lows, and it's completely normal that at some point you felt confusion, doubt, and even suffering from all those questions in your mind. But you should know that this is natural and normal, and from all of this, you can gain something truly positive. Your soul, your intuition, and even the universe are guiding you to find truth for yourself, to discover your life's purpose and all the truths that have been hidden from dormant consciousnesses. After this crisis, you will emerge stronger and more powerful. Don't feel bad for having doubted. You don't have to feel guilty about it. If this is happening to you, it's better to ask yourself why it's happening and what its purpose is. Using your wisdom in these moments can help you find greater meaning in your life and achieve inner peace. You also shouldn't deny what you're feeling. It's not bad. If it's happening, accept it. Instead of avoiding this crisis of faith, it's much better to explore it and listen to what that feeling has to tell you. This will give you valuable information that will help you better understand how God's timing works, and most importantly, understand yourself better. Everything changes. The universe flows through changes. Your spiritual state, your opinions, and your beliefs also change. And that's okay. When consciousnesses awaken, they immerse themselves in the universe's constant changes. To evolve, it's necessary to flow with these changes. Sometimes, you need to go through a spiritual crisis for your consciousness to awaken and develop further. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Therefore, you don't have to see what you're going through as something negative, but as an opportunity to grow, develop your wisdom, and find truth for yourself. The truth lies within you. And as your consciousness develops, you unlock it and access it. Everything happens for a reason. When you feel discomfort, question things, and sense that something isn't right, it's your soul inviting you to reflect, to look within yourself to understand what's happening. It's a sign that you need to make a change in your life. A change that helps you find the meaning and purpose you seek. During a spiritual crisis, you may experience many different sensations simultaneously. Instead of getting caught up in all those thoughts, observe them, listen to them, and reflect on why and for what purpose they arise. Don't let them overwhelm you. Take control. The entire universe is constantly changing, and your change has taken this direction at this moment. But that doesn't mean you'll always feel this way. Sometimes it's necessary to question your beliefs and thought patterns to uncover the profound truth that lies beneath everything. Your process of change and growth is something you must face, not avoid. Your wisdom is developing, and your inner peace is in motion, calling you to awaken. At times, this may feel like a crisis of faith, but you should know that in moments of crisis, human beings and all consciousnesses begin to develop their full potential. Therefore, you should view this sensation as something positive, as it is guiding you towards truth. This can happen after experiencing a traumatic event, painful betrayal, or significant loss. It can also arise simply from a change in your beliefs or as a result of an inner journey. During these times, you need more answers than you have, and thus, you feel lost and bewildered. But this is good because that very feeling will lead you to seek the path and find the truth. And best of all, you will do it for yourself, and the truth you discover will become a certainty for you. Often, consciousness awakening occurs abruptly after a spiritual crisis. Many people suddenly awaken after experiencing painful or very complicated situations. During these moments, they may feel in crisis, but suddenly one day they awaken and begin to see reality in a deeper way. When you go through a spiritual crisis, you may feel disconnected from yourself and everything around you. You may feel like you're floating in a world where you don't belong. The purpose of a spiritual crisis is this: they arise when you need to journey inward, reconnect with yourself, and consciously reconnect with the universe. Knowing the truth of things just because others tell you isn't enough. To discover the truth, you must embark on your own inner journey. The truth resides within you. You don't need to seek it outside, but within yourself. It's possible you've entered into this process of spiritual crisis because the answers you had until now weren't sufficient. You needed new perspectives, and your soul is urging you towards change, towards greater self-awareness to discover who you truly are. Throughout this process, you may begin to define new goals and objectives in your life. Be patient with yourself. This journey is unique to you and should be seen as an opportunity, a divine gift that allows you to grow and elevate yourself spiritually and personally. When you feel lost and disconnected, connecting with nature can be incredibly helpful. Nature is a source of inspiration and provides an immediate spiritual connection. Any activity that brings you closer to nature will help you find calmness. If possible, take a walk in a natural environment, visit the sea or the mountains. But if that requires too much effort, simply take a few minutes to observe a plant or the clouds. These small moments of connection can have a profound impact on your emotional and spiritual well-being. Feeling the sunlight on your skin or simply watching the rain can be like meditation exercises that help you connect with yourself and the entire universe. These experiences provide immediate calmness by reminding you that you are also part of nature, that you are part of the universe. Trust that the process you're going through is normal, and don't judge or demand too much of yourself. Be patient and kind to yourself, and allow the process to unfold naturally. Although it may seem complicated or uncomfortable, remember that a spiritual crisis is actually a great opportunity for awakening and growth. Allowing this process to do its work will help you be in harmony with the universe and achieve greater understanding and inner peace. When you feel ready, you can ask for help from your angels. They always act as your guides and protectors, providing you with light and comfort in times of need. It's important to remember that spiritual crises often arise when you try to resist reality and do not accept it. Trust yourself and your process. Remember that you are surrounded by love and support, both in the earthly and spiritual realms. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Be proactive and open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of now. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today. Go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.